basically, what is APP? APP stands for the Automatic Payment Program. Firstly, we need to understand that why is it used. Firstly, when we have do the manual payment for FDS 53 for the outgoing payment, so we are using the separate payment, right? We are not doing the multiple mass level of payment. If we have to do the multiple mass level of payment in a once time, so what can I do? So we have an option in SAP system automatic program. So that's why we are using the automatic payment program for the multiple mass level of payment in a once time. Why is it used? So it is used for the vendor's payment immediately in a once time, and it is a time saver for the user, and it is the reduced mistakes by the user. So that's why we are using the automatic payment program. So in
Good.
automatic payment,
Yes, carry on. Good shit. Carry on.
in automatic payment program, these are the advantages. So in advantages, we have seen that first automatic invoice clearing multiple at same time. As I have already said that it is used for the multiple payment for the vendor payments at the one time. That's why we are using. And check also, second one thing, the check numbers will be assigned automatically. So in the SAP system, it's automatically assign check numbers while we are using you are paying by the check to the vendor. So it is automatically assigned in APP, not in manual payment, but it is an automatically assigned in the APP. So check format. So what is check format here? So check format means it is the check printout can be generated in the automatic program and sent to the relevant information for the vendor. So this is called the check format. Then fourth one is payment advice can be generated. So what is payment advice? So what is payment advice? So here are we can say that payment advice which invoice are ready to pay. So that is called the payment advice. For an example, just hold on. Payment advice like we have okay. So now we have invoice 1, invoice 2, invoice 3, and we are doing the payment of 30 days due date, and immediate we have to pay the payment, and 10 days we have a due date for the second third of invoice. So what happened here is, so out of this making invoice, so how this it will be sent to the vendor for this information, separate information in a particular one's time, because it is a combined invoice make the payment. So we have to it is automatically generated the information going to the vendor. So that is called the payment advice. So this is the advantages of the APP. Again, we have to go to the update check register. So we have to do the check register once again for the APP, And while we have created the, for an example, we have taken one example, invoice 1, invoice 2, invoice 3. So here are mention due date also there, like invoice 1 for the 10 days, invoice 2 for the immediate, invoice 1 for the 30 days, invoice 2 for the immediate, invoice 3 for the 10 days. So these are the due date we have to maintain on the separately, but in APP due date also revealing the automatically there, and it is sent to the sent to the payments for the vendors automatically, and due date also will be due date also check will be happen automatically in APP. So these are the advantage for the APP. While we have explained the APP, so it is also mandatory to explain advantage of the APP. So here are ranking order. So we can also explain in the while doing the practice. So we will explain in the server. Just hold on. First, we have do the configuration. We have follow some steps, and T code we have used FBZP. So there are the steps here, like all company codes, paying company codes, payment methods in country, payment methods in company code, bank determination, and house bank. So firstly, we have do the payment method creation at the country. Firstly, so we here we can see that country name, payment method, and name. So we need to create the payment method creation. Payment method we need to creation, but what level settings? So it is the country level settings, and we can assign to the same country to all company codes. So here are we can see that in India, what is that the payment method? It has been created or not? We need to check it first. Yeah. So this is the payment method. So we can see that here are like country in India. Payment method we can create the L. So L R for it is R for payment method we have created, and here are payment method for outgoing payment and incoming payment. So firstly we need to understand it what is payment method and why is used. So payment method, it is a multi-mode of payment like online transfer. If we are doing the online transfer, so we can use this method also. But if we are using by check, so we are using the payment method in L. So we have to ask the client first, what are the different move, and he is making the payment to the vendor. So in which criteria he client has been used. So we need to follow the protocols from her client side, from the client side. So we have to make the understand like in which payment method we have to use for this for the vendor payment, like bank transfer in check, otherwise bills of exchange या check bill. So we have to firstly let gets an example, we have to use the check. By check, we need to pay the vendors in APP. So here are the radio button check. Here are the radio button checks. So we need to pay the vendors by check. So payment method for outgoing payments here. So it is used. First comes in our mind what is outgoing payments and incoming payments. So outgoing payments means it is the outgoing payments when we are doing the payments for the vendors. So we need to do that the outgoing payments parameter. But after sometimes as per the client requirement, but most of the clients are like in any other countries, most of the clients are using the incoming payment also. But we are it is rare we can see that. So we are always use this parameter outgoing payments. Here are another parameters, radio buttons also document types of for payment. If we are doing the manual payment, so that's why we are use the KZ. But here we are using the automatic payment program, so we can do the mention here ZP. ZP. Why? Because we are using the document types for the payments to the executing the vendor's payment. So that's why we are using the document type here is ZP because this is our automatic payment program. So that's why we are using this document type. It depends on the client wanted that, and that's why we are using the document type ZP. Otherwise we are using the KZ only for the manual payment also. Here are here are the mention the street PO box or post box post code bank details also mandatory while we are for an example while we are creating the vendors so at the time we need to mention the address also as per the client requirement. But if address was not there, so here is not mandatory to click the check box for the street post box and post code, right? And after that bank details also here, so we need to mention the bank details also. But here are not mandatory as per if clients want it, so we need to be ask the client as per the requirement. If it is not available, then it is not mandatory. Then go through the payment medium. So here are we can see that as we have used by check for the payment for the vendors, we are using the payment for the vendors by check. So we need to here in the payment medium, we need to click on the tab button, radio button, use classic payment medium programs. Okay, then here are payment medium program also there. So this one it is a type of SAP generate code for the check payments. So we need to mention here and name of print data set also here. So we need to just copy and paste there because it is provided by the SAP generated system. So we have as per the client requirement we need to do that. And because we are paying by the check, that's why if it is available for the bank transfer, so we need to do that by the here use payment medium workbench format for the bank transfer because we are using if we are using by the bank transfer for the vendor's payment, so that's why we are using this use payment medium workbench, and SAP again generates the onward, so we need to rectify that word here, and format supplement also there, so we need to rectify that here. So this type of method we have used for this kind of parameters. So that's it. Then again, uh, we have to save that. It's already saved, I think. Yeah. Then come to the currency allowed. Here are we can see that permitted currencies. If we are using the INR, so in this list you enter those currencies that are permitted to this payment method, and leaving this table empty will mean that all currencies are permitted. If we are using the local currency, so that's why here we need to be empty. If we are using the USD currency, it is converted into the local currency, so that's why we need to here the mention the currency type also. So yeah, here are we can do that the USD currency converted in the replace of it is used converted into the INR if it will be required for our company as per the client requirement. Otherwise, it doesn't mandatory for this. Yeah, I this one is also done. We can save it and go back. Yeah. Anything else, sir? I have left. Kindly tell me. Hello.
Hi, Sheetal. Just continue next section also because you are explaining good. So, people, please listen. Enter whatever I am explaining for APP. Same way she is also trying to explain. So, please join next section also. So, these are all mandatory fields under the APP process. Once section is completed, join same section, same link. Carry on, Sheetal.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So,
Hello.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Carry on.
Yes. Yes, one more thing like bank determinations also there. So we need to do that. And again, we have to go to the payment method in company code. This is the second the steps we need to identify for the APP program. So click on that tab. Yeah. So what is the amount that invoice we have? For an example, we have taken 50,000. So we are going to the invoice restrict amount. If the client said that yes, then according to the client, we are putting into the zero, and we can put a 10 also. So go to the new entry like payment campaign company code, our company code for an example Q4 10. Then payment method what I have created before payment method in country like L, and minimum amount. So what is the minimum amount? As I said that invoice should have 50,000 if as per the client requirement. If invoice should have minimum amount like 50,000, so we need to be indulged with it 50,000 here. Then maximum amount, if client said that yes, according to the client, if client said that no, you need to be minimum amount here should be mentioned zero, so we need to be do that because 50,000 below it would be restricted by the system. So that's why if client said that our minimum amount should be here zero, so we need to mention zero. And maximum amount would be 1 lakh rupees. If 1 lakh rupees increases, so system will not take over it. So we need to mention here like these amounts. So any amount will become, so it would be accepted. Okay. So payment per due date checkbooks. Here are distribution amount. It doesn't require here. And here are we can see that foreign business partner allowed, foreign currency allowed, customer vendor bank abroad allowed. So here as per the client requirement, if our our vendors currency it is in USD, then we can use
Yeah.